Yo, let me tell you something. It was approximately 4 seasons ago when I first started watching this.
Yeah.
This amazing sketch comedy show that was so unique. And the person who was spearheaded it all, this entire movement, a black lady sketch show, is someone I've watched prior to the sketch show, right? Someone I've always thought was funny, a comedic actress. She's a writer. She she improvises. She's a producer. She's a showrunner.
Amazing.
She does it all. And then one of the things I appreciate about her, she gives people a lot of opportunity. So she's a contributor. She's an opportunity giver, and she's celebrating season 4, premiering April 14 on HBO Max, a black lady sketch show.
That's
Give it up
big.
for Robin Thede. What a time to be alive, Robin.
Listen.
Yeah, we talk about it.
Listen. We got a season 4. Trump is going to jail. I don't know how my life can get better right now.
Wow. No particular order right there. Really, you got it. Trump, if nothing else, is good for a lot of comedy.
Listen, great for comedy. We don't mess with him on Black Lady Sketch Show. He don't have no business over there. But I came from late night, and that was all we talked about for years.
Yeah.
Like I was on the nightly show when he got elected, and then I was on my late night show, The Rundown, and it's like we lived this.
Yes.
And I was in New York at that time, and it was just like, yo, like the city changed. And it was just,
Really?
For real.
Yeah, like everything felt so different, and it felt like, God, people from New York were like, "No, we don't claim him though," but it was just a weird time, and the whole country's been through so much. So I'm excited. I'm like, if I wasn't doing press, I'd be down there talking about lock him up.
Lock him up. You'll be chanting right now. The Rundown was as a person who worked in broadcast journalism, that wasn't an easy show to do.
No.
Like if you could do the Rundown, you could compete in a decathlon or something like
really?
that. Right?
Really. And Chris Rock was our executive producer, and he was like, I was like, okay, I'm going to get some correspondence. We're going to do this like we did at the nightly show. And he was like, no, just you. And I was like, okay. But it was dope. He had so much faith in me and like my opinions on things. But you got to really like not only be up on the news, but that show was like a mix of politics and pop culture.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was like you had to know all your stuff, But it was great. It was great to be able to be a voice for people. I can't speak for everybody, but just there were so few. Only at that time, I was the 4th black woman to ever have a late night show in history. It was Monique, Whoopi, and Wanda.
Damn.
Monique, Whoopi, and Wanda.
That was it.
That's like a Mount Rushmore.
Listen.
You're the 4th head.
Yeah, but now we got Z-Way, we got Amber Ruffin, we got all these amazing women who are killing it, which is so dope to me. So, yeah, I can hope that continues.
Chris Rock, have you spoken with Chris since the special aired?
No, I haven't. But, I think, look, everybody gonna do what they're gonna do. Listen, to have a live special, regardless of the content, like to have a live special is so huge. I'm excited.
Did you watch the special? Did you watch it? Yeah. So what did you think?
Well, I like the live element. I really am so excited, and I love that Chris Rock got to do that. Like I think it's just dope. I love stand up. I used to, I came up writing for stand ups, right? So I just love that. I love that. I'm so excited about Monique's special coming out.
Give it up
That's
for
today.
Monique.
Oh my God.
They gotta respect her name.
Yo,
Yep.
I was listening to her tell this story about Richard Pryor, and it just brought me back to these like live from the Sunset Strip and all these shows, and I love that tradition. So I'm really excited to see what her special's about. I was like, maybe one day I'll just get up and do stand up, just like
Why
one night
not?
only. No, I'll never do it. I wrote for Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, like all these dudes, right? Chris Rock. I wrote for all these guys, but I have so much respect for what they do.
Yeah.
I'm much happier, playing a character, doing impressions, that kind of stuff. So,
Okay.
That's where I make my bread.
What's your favorite impression? Because we was hoping maybe you could do something today.
Listen, I have a million favorite ones, but the one everyone always wants me to do is Jack A. It's Sandra Clark from 227.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, okay.
So, everybody does the, ooh, baby. But, I think the funny thing about her is that she used to tell the nastiest stories on that show on network TV.
She sure
Yes.
did.
And so she would be like, what would she say? She would be like, let me tell you something. You know what I was saying this bad? And then I told him to go downtown, and he went, Jill. It was like, ooh. Like to say going downtown downtown on 8 o'clock on a prime time. I was a
on
kid.
a family show.
On a family show.
Yep.
Right.
But yeah, she's dope. I think the dope thing about Sketch Show is we have new cast this season.
Okay.
So Sky Townsend, of course, Robert Townsend's daughter, is incredible. She's
Sky
been with
Townsend.
us for like 3 seasons. She's dope. Gabrielle Dennis is back, the OG. But we've got Angel Lakita Moore, who's that chick Angel on IG. She's dope. Tamaya Gurley, this young 24-year-old TikToker that's so dope, does crazy voices and impressions. And then Tamra Jade, who was in the top 10 on The Voice. And she's singing down on the show. Like, we incorporate music and everything this season. So I just love that. I love that. You're going to see some Cardi B impressions. You're going to see some Jocelyn Hernandez from Sky. She's wild. But the funny thing is the way we do impressions, because we make the show like a year out, right? So it's not live, or every week.
So
or
it's
whatever.
a year out.
About 10 months, yeah.
Wow.
So how we say current is like we'll do characters like Sky will do like Cardi, but like it's not Cardi, but she's definitely doing the voice and the mannerisms, but it's worked into another sketch. Like this year we have a spoof on Versus called Curses, and it's about 2 witches who are casting spells against each other. And so Sky is playing like this Cardi B sounding character, and I'm playing like a Saweetie, Saweetie kind of character. So it's dope. So we like infuse hip hop and like pop culture into all of that stuff, even though it's kind of far out.
Yeah.
I love it. Robin Thede is here. You hear that talent, Heather B?
I love it.
You hear all that talent?
So here's what I loved about it. Always been a big fan of yours, Robin, for real. No, absolutely.
Same shit.
Oh, thank you.
You get Heather on the show? You want Heather on the show?
Yes.
Come on.
Heather's funny as hell. I've been
No, I
saying
know.
Heather should do stand-up for so long.
Tracy
Oh,
been
no,
trying
that's
to-
real.
Stand-up is too real. I agree with you about
Yes.
stand-up, but no,
Solved it.
thank you. No, thank you, guys. But I've read that Stacey Evans Morgan was a part of you guys behind the scenes. Is that true?
Yeah, she consulted with us in season 3 for a little bit. Yeah.
So
she's
I
great.
love that. She is great.
She's Hollywood royalty.
She's Hollywood royalty. And when I saw her name pop up, I thought about you, and I was like, the next time I see Robin, I want to say thank you. I've taken Stacey's classes, and
she's so dope.
she's amazing. So she's related to Bentley Evans.
Yeah, from Martin.
and
Yep.
Jamie Foxx show.
Yep.
Your friend Now Evans that you introduced me to.
From Wildin' Out.
From
Yep.
Wildin' Out. That's his aunt.
That's all that family.
That's
that family
all-
is
That's
all the
talented.
family?
That's
Yes.
all family.
They like
Yeah.
Wayans money.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That exactly. And she was a part of and I saw that. I was like, that was so smart. And it's dope that you had women behind the scenes as well. And I just wanted to just say thank you for that because I don't think a lot of people realize who Stacey is and what that meant to her being a part of that show.
Okay. You know what? My thing is like this is a platform for people to come in and come out, and like we get to work with our legends, right? So like Jackie Harry, as much as I talk about her, is now on the show. She's on this season,
right?
And like it's just so dope to me. So I get to, like you're saying, in front of and behind the camera, we get to work with legends, and everyone's welcome. And if somebody says, "Yeah, I want to come play this season," whatever, come on. Like that's the being the boss. You know what I'm saying?
You better talk your shit. You better talk about it, Robin. Big old boss.
Yeah, so we just get in and give everybody some love and some time, but also just give them their flowers.
Yes.
I've been such a fan of hers and so many people that have come through the show. So yeah, I love that.
That's dope. No, I was like, when I see Robin, I got
You gotta
absolutely.
give it that.
Yeah, because people that part isn't often brought to the front.
It's not. It's about the people in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And we work so hard. Like, there's not a lot of black women in like the camera unions and the sound department and transportation.
Yeah, oh, right.
And we've gotten dozens of black women in these unions. Some of them, the third who's ever been in it, you know, and like hair, makeup, all that. Like, it's really critical to us that when you leave Black Lady Sketch Show, you leave better than when you came and set up for success.
Word.
I think about all the people that came through Z-Way and a bunch of people that came through my late night show, and people, obviously, Quinta Brunson was on season 1 of a Black Lady Sketch Show. She's crushing it. So, it's like, I just want this to be the conduit for all the talent that we already know is out there, but people don't give them the opportunity.
They don't give them the opportunity.
That's what your friend Deanna was saying from Divergent Content.
Yes,
Divergent
producer.
Content. Just behind the scenes, the editors, all of these
My
things.
Black Lady editors, 2-time Emmy Award winning.
Come
Hello,
on,
period.
I saw the speeches. I saw you
Period.
standing behind the stage.
That's dope.
screaming like a proud mama too. They were like, "We want to thank Robin Thede." I stood up. I said, "Thank Thank you. You went on that. They said, ma'am, could you sit down, please? But yeah, I'm so proud of them. Our black lady editors are so dope. And we've had some other people too. All people of color. We've had Latinx editors. We've had black men editors. But for the most part, the constant has been black women. And you do not see that in the edit bay.
Come on.
It's the first woman of color editing team to ever be nominated for and then win an Emmy 2 years ago.
Come on.
2 years ago. Ever.
Also, guess what? 2 black women have been nominated for comedy directing and variety sketch. Both from our show, and one won last year.
Talk about it.
Bridget Murphy Stokes.
Yo,
So, like,
HBO Max is lucky.
Word.
Come on.
HBO Max is
But
lucky.
you got to keep talking about this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
That's black girl magic.
But that's how everybody leaves better than when they came. It's like, yeah, it's about a sketch show, and I want people to watch and enjoy it, but the power behind it.
Yeah.
And people who get to eat off this show. Year after year after year, and then they go and hire people because they were like, that happened for me. You know, so that's dope.
You're creating economy, bro. I gotta say, I mean, Robbie, everybody feels your passion to the max, and I'm so happy to understand the details of how the passion it resonates behind the scenes as well as front of the camera. A Black Lady sketch show is so special to me because it just feels like I'm at a brunch with my silliest, most politically incorrect girls. Just cackling and clanking. And sometimes what I get like nervous about when I do find those shows is I'm like, this isn't private just for me. I'm like, this is on HBO Max. So I think about the other eyes, you know, and the eavesdroppers that come along.
We try not to tell too much, though. Like, we don't put our business in the street.
So that's what I was going to say. How do you determine your don'ts? Because for so many comedians, it's like everything's on the table. I don't care who's in the room, but I feel like you still have a care for us.
I definitely do. I don't ever want to paint us in a bad light. At the center of the show is joy, right? So we want to play like crazy, good characters, bad characters, whatever they are. But at the same time, we don't have an agenda. And I think a lot of people approach comedy with an agenda. And I think our only agenda is joy. And it's to create like all these different ways that black women can be seen.
Right.
And so because of that, I think what you notice is if you watch even 3 sketches, right? Not even a whole episode. If you just watch 3 sketches in a row, you're going to see so many different types of characters that you don't feel like anybody's being picked on or targeted.
Right.
I think you can kind of feel a mean spirit in some comedy. And like people that like... maybe they don't really like themselves or they don't really like other black people. And it's like, that's not the vibe over here. Like the vibe over here is we celebrating us.
Word.
Like some people will be like, well, why aren't there any white people on the show? I'm like, this isn't we're not trying to make fun of white people. We're trying to celebrate black women.
Yeah.
That's just a different situation. It's just a different angle to come at. So I think we just come at it with good vibes and good intention. But I also think that what's off limits, if you tackle it the right way, it's not going to feel like you're airing dirty laundry or putting our business in the street.
Right.
So I think we just try to ride that line, but we definitely push it for sure. And this season, oh my God,
man.
we're very much pushing it.
Yeah.
But I think it's all done in a good spirit, and I think people feel that.
Yeah. I do.
Robin Thede is here. Black Lady Sketch Show Season 4 premiering April 14 on HBO Max. 888-742-3345. Call ups. Game changer. I remember seeing this woman do an interview with Kirk Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
A while back, and you were talking about the journey. I'm paraphrasing, and how you was thinking about, I got to get it. Damn, I got to put myself in position. And the moment you let that thought process go and start thinking about how you could bring everybody up is when you start seeing your star rise.
That's right.
Right? And all this opportunity start coming, and
that's right.
You living in purpose now.
Listen, there were so many years, I would say like the first 5-6 years I was in LA, I was really like, how can I get, what can I get? What can I do? I went on like 1,000 auditions. I booked maybe 3 or 4 things, but that was not paying the bills, okay? And I was doing sketch and improv with groups that I love, people I'm still friends with to this day, but everything was from an I perspective, right? And it just limited me. Because what it did was mean that everything was on someone else's shoulders to pick me. Right? The original pick me, right?
The OG pick me.
I was the OG pick me. I was like, please hire me. I'll be anything. I'll work for free. Like, but it was like that desperate energy, but that self-focused energy didn't leave room for any expansion, not for me or for anybody else. So what I realized was once I started writing for comedians, once I started writing on other shows for other people, my acting opportunities and my comedy opportunities in front of the camera grew. And then once I started hiring people at the Queen Latifah show, at Nightly show, at the Rundown, at Black Lady Sketch Show, my world blew wide open. And it became, my focus became, what can I do for other people? Because putting those people around me makes everybody rise, you know? And so, you know, Bernie Mac told me a long time ago, God rest his soul, this man was a genius.
Hold up, round of applause.
Listen,
you said Bernie Mac. Wow.
He said to me, put the smartest people around you and you'll always be seen as the smartest person in the room. And I don't need to be seen as the smartest person. I just love that I can talk about my Black lady editors, my Emmy award-winning director, my Emmy award-winning editors, my cast that should have won Emmys, period. Yeah. But, you know, I think it's not too late. They still can. But, you know, all these people who have done all these things, we have the same amount of Emmy nominations and more wins than In Living Color.
Damn.
In Living Color, I think, had 13 nominations and 1 win, which was crazy for the time because they didn't give Black people nothing back then. If In Living Color was on now, they would have 7,000 Emmys. But we have had 13 nominations and 3 wins, and that's only because we stand on their shoulders. But Bernie Mac, you know, said that to me, and that really stood with me. And he also said, you know, if you got an audience, perform whether it's 1 person or 100,000, you know, and to always give your best, you know. And I think for me, giving my best is being able to provide for other people. Now, when I say this, I don't say it like give away everything you have when you get your first check. Because people do that, and that's not it. Right. You can't be tricking off the first check. But the thing is, I don't give people money. I give them opportunities. And then they step into those and they make their money. You know, Larry Wilmore told me on the Nightly show, he said, my job is to make you rich. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was like, but you're going to make yourself rich. I'm going to show you how. Like, I'm going to give you the game that lets you become the boss, you know? And that's what's so dope to me. That's been the stuff that's led me to the next level. So I love doing that for other people, especially Black women. It's so dope.
That's amazing. Robin Thede, and congratulations on Disengagement.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
Can you believe it? I sold a second show to HBO, which who would have thought? Well, I have an overall deal. My company, For Better or Words, we produce a bunch of shows. We produce my late night show. We produce a sketch show. And now we're producing this show. It's called Disengagement. It's about a Midwest Black family, which I've never seen, but I'm from the Midwest. And I never get to see like Black people who just live in St. Louis or Illinois or wherever, you know. So it's about a dope family that has hit some snags and they're a little dysfunctional. It's kind of like Arrested Development meets, you know, I don't know. I don't want to say The Cosby Show because it's not that. Okay. But it's in early stages, but I'm really excited about bringing like adult family issues kind of to the table. But again, not airing our dirty laundry, but being able to, it's a hard comedy. But we get to see kind of Black people in a new light, which is something that I'm always trying to do. I'm always trying to show the breadth of what we can be, the variety of what we have, and how many different stories we have to tell. So I'm excited about it.
You do an excellent job. Heather just did a movie too, so if you're looking for people.
Work. No, listen, me and Heather, we already working.
They got something in the works.
I already faxed over the paperwork. Fax?
Okay.
What year is it?
You faxed over the paperwork.
I got your fax though. How about
Did
that?
you? Okay, perfect.
Speaking facts. I got you, girl. I got you.
We got Erica on the line from Atlanta. Erica.
What up, Erica?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What up?
Say hello to Robin.
Hey, Miss Robin. So, see.
Hey!
Doing something special over there on that HBO TV.
Well,
okay,
what we've got to do.
Yes.
Dr. Hadassah, pre-PhD, honey.
Yes, and I think that you're absolutely right in trying to convey that joy, because when I watch the show, that is what I receive from it. I don't have like, oh, let me see and pick this apart and see what kind of messages are out there. I just watch it for pure entertainment, and me and my wife are laughing the whole time that we're watching it.
I love that.
And I enjoy that, because there are so many underlying messages across all of the entertainment that we receive. And so I just wanted to say thank you for the great work that you're doing.
Thank you, Erica. I really appreciate it. You're going to love season 4. You're going to love this new cast. It's so much fun. Thank you for watching.
Erica, thanks for your call. You're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Okay, let's go to Canada. Dan on the line. Dan,
what up, Dan?
Danny.
What's good, fam?
Sound like a Canadian.
What?
Sway judging today, Dan, because we judged his singing.
Oh, he's feeling sensitive. Okay, he's an artist. He's sensitive.
I'm an artist. I'm very sensitive, Dan. Go ahead. Let me hear your voice.
Sway, you know me. It's Dan Joe 83. We're fam. You know.
Oh, Dan.
Back,
right?
right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's your boy.
Dan.
Don't come for Dan.
We
How you
follow
gonna come
each
for
other.
Dan?
My bad, Dan. Tell the family I said what up.
I will.
All right.
I just wanted, Robin, you are such an amazing, strong, mixed woman, and that's
You know what, Dan?
Y'all fucking dead.
Hey,
Make it sound like Kool-Aid.
Jesus Christ.
Mixed. He's like, he couldn't say black. You take your mask is coming off, Dan.
Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Not after LSU, Dan. Just say what it is.
Just say what it is, Dan. Damn, Dan.
I'm mixed. I'm partial to my mixed fam. I'm mixed. My dad's Cali. My mom's Canadian. That's so important to me.
Cali and Canadian.
That ain't the same as Robin, though. That ain't what she says.
I said black.
I've got a teenage daughter, and obviously she's mixed as well. And seeing you on the TV and pointing out to her the hilarity that you bring to the TV, it actually gives me so much pride to be of a mixed family and being able to see you on there. And my daughter loves the show. She's 14,
Aww.
and a lot of the things still go over her head a little bit, but she's really into the culture, and it's so important to me to make sure that I point this out to her when I see those opportunities on the screen, or the opportunities that are there. It's so valuable for mixed people, especially in Canada.
Oh my God, damn.
Where we get overlooked. We get overlooked sometimes, right? We don't know if we're what family we're in, right? Are we with the white or with black? It's just
Dan, you got a question? Dan, you got a question? Dan, you got a question? You know the politically correct term is blended now, Dan.
Is it?
No,
I
I'm
don't
just
even
joking.
know. I
I'm
just
joking.
say black.
I'm joking.
I'm black.
Robin's black, Dan.
I'm black, Jen. No, yes. Hi, thank you so much. Please just tell your daughter I said hi and thank you for watching.
A black lady sketch show.
And we're so happy you're mixed. Hey, Dan, do yourself a favor. Go to Sirius XM, the app, the mobile app, and play this back for your 14-year-old daughter. And y'all have a discussion afterwards. You need to hear yourself.
Mixed.
You gotta hear sometimes it's different when you hear yourself.
Yeah, I think,
back.
When I hear mixed, I think of Jiffy cornbread.
You know what,
Yeah.
Sway?
Sway, shut up.
You said Kool-Aid at first.
Yes, he did.
You know what? It's interesting, but Dan is saying a real thing that they have been exploring identity, and I'm happy to hear that they're using a black lady sketch show to find more in tune with their blackness.
There you go. They'll find it.
They'll find it. You'll find it.
They sound like they probably found
They'll
it.
have
It's
a journey.
Dan gotta watch it. Dan gotta watch
what's going
it.
on.
Anthony is in Cali. Go ahead, Ant.
That was a lot for me.
Ant.
Why do you keep saying it like that too and putting all the stress on it?
He put it like he landed
Yeah,
mixed.
Like it's lumpy.
I was like, I don't
Mixed and mastered by Guru.
I don't know where to go with that. Also, my mother is black, so I was never they were like, you're black. Like, I don't know. I think for some people it's a little confusing depending on who the parent is, or just how you're raised. But maybe in Canada it's different. I'm not sure.
It might be different, but I could see a sketch out of this.
Oh God, that was the sketch.
He's in Canada and California.
What does that even mean?
Hey, Anthony,
Hi, Anthony.
What part of Cali you in, Ant?
Anthony, are you mixed?
Northern California, like not too far from Frisco.
What city?
Please say
Right
hey.
now I'm passing through.
No, we didn't say where you're
Sacramento.
driving. Oh, is that where he lives, or is he just driving?
He's a driver. You driving through what? Just give me Pinole. What you say?
No, Sacramento.
Oh,
Okay,
Sacramento. Sacktown.
Okay.
All right.
Sacktown. 916.
They got a good comedy club there.
They do. Yeah, they do comedy out there a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they do.
And what you want to say to Robin?
Robin, I was just wondering. I have a daughter. She's getting ready to go off to college, and she don't have a lot of black friends. She has a lot of other friends. And they cool too, but it's hard for her to get along with some of her own race sometimes. So I'm just wondering, how can I explain that to her? Like, it's okay.
Oh. I love that y'all are coming to a comedian for this kind of heavy advice.
Well, I think maybe
I appreciate that.
Because you do what you do on TV, and you get along with, you just explain it differently. You put it in different words.
I think she's got to come on her own and figure out who her people are, but she gonna get one too many weird, awkward conversations with her friends that are not black, and that might bring her back. But I don't know. I think I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. There's kids that just don't really hang with their own people, and they're going to find out one day. I don't know. I don't mean that as like a threat. I don't know.
I'm not black. I'm OJ.
I don't know. Yeah, that part. Okay. I don't know. Look, I'm not saying that she needs to, like, dump her white friends. I just think she's got to figure it out, right? Like,
no, they not white. They, like, more Mexican. She kick it with mostly Mexican.
No, Mexican people are cool.
That's because of the region she's in.
Yeah, she's in California. She good.
Yeah, she good.
Mexican people get it. They down with the shit. They good.
Yeah. She good, Aunt.
Yeah, white, she don't do. No, white is like,
she good. I wouldn't worry about it.
You answer your question. Hey, man, just make sure you teach her about her heritage, all right?
And her hair.
And her
And her hair. That's real, though.
That's real. Her heritage and her hair.
She'll be all right.
Nah, tell her to watch Black Lady Sketch Show. She'll be good.
She'll be good, all right? That'll be her new Bible, all right? All right, and thanks for your call, man. You all right with me, brother? You didn't use the word mixed.
Oh, my God. Or throw it at me with venom.
Look at that. You like a therapist.
I know. That's so wild.
What just happened
That's what comedy is.
But this is, you know what? You're not wrong. And it's dope to me that people are calling saying, like, my daughter, I want to show her, like, what you do and what you can do. Like, I don't get out in the world because of the pandemic. So, like, I'm so happy to see y'all in person. So, it's like the first season we saw people's reaction to the show in person. And then it was like, we never got to see anybody.
Yeah.
So we never get to talk to people about how they're affected. And like, they tweet or whatever, but it's not the same as hearing somebody say, my daughter like watches the show and you're like a role model. Like
14,
that's crazy.
14 years old. That's a
14. This show is
transformative
definitely not for 14-year-olds, but that's fine.
Do you take it on the road, the show?
I want to.
I think the tour.
I think the tour would be dope. We've definitely got the talent for it. I definitely want to. I've done some shows like in Austin at like Just for Laughs or like, festivals and stuff like that. But I would love to bring the cast out to the people. We could do songs. We could do characters. We could just do Q&A. I think people just want to like talk to us in a lot of ways too. So I think so. I'm talking to my team about it. I think it could be dope.
Well, you the boss. Who on your team you talking to?
Hey.
Who gives you the thumbs up?
We got the people on it. We got the people on it. We got the people on it.
Well, Robin, it's excellent. Great to see you.
Yes. Thanks
awesome
having you
awesome having you in the studio.
I know. It's so good to be back here.
I can make it really easy to get Heather on the set.
Oh, no, that's done.
That's done?
She faxed me. I faxed her. It's done. Sign the contract.
Okay. All right. A Black Lady sketch show season premiere, season 4 premiere.
Oh, my God. Season
April
4.
14th. Damn, 4 seasons.
In this economy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I'm so proud and so happy. And just shout out to my cast, shout out to my crew, shout out to HBO. And everybody who watches it. Show up April 14th. Don't be waiting to binge it later because they still do look at ratings.
Right.
Oh,
by
they
the
do?
way.
Okay.
Yeah, they very much do.
All right.
So don't wait till July to binge it and then be like, what happened?
There you go. Well, come on back. You always have a place here, okay?
Thank you.
Robin, Thede, citizens, give a big round of applause.